Welcome to another video. Like I said before, there is going to be no Path of Champions videos until the new patch releases, and I still want the YouTube algorithm to be suggesting my videos, so we're just making up new things. And I thought, well, there are some people that are just going to get into Legends of Runeterra, and I want to make sure that they have the best chance. In the beginning, I didn't really have that good of an experience because I didn't know how to grind. I didn't know what was necessary, what is worth spending my gems for, is it worth buying stuff. The quick answer to that one is Legends of Runeterra a pay to win? And it is not. I have gotten every champion here without me ever paying money for them. Okay, every single champion I have 3 copies of each, and it just shows how good this game is. I have been playing for maybe about, I would say maybe 9 months, and I've gotten all the champions. I have maybe 80-90% of all cards. We're gonna check really quickly. I would say I have about 80 to 90% of all cards, maybe about 90% of all cards here, and I have only played free, right? And that's what makes this game really fun. And I want to share how to get this to be your collection, especially in Path of Champions when you need the champions, so that way you can be able to play them. I want to make sure that you guys understand how to do this. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to build maybe about 2 or 3 decks that rely on going really quickly, because you want to go and get these. These rewards are really good because you start from all the way here, right? You start by first getting wild cards, and then you start getting capsules, and then you start getting chests, and each of these, once you get enough experience points, you're able to get these cards. I would say do not, this is something that I did and I didn't really like, do not stay on one region. I would say grind until you get a champion capsule, so at level 8, and then switch to something else, then go into Bandle City. And all of these are the exact same as you will see right now. If we go all the way to level 8, it's a champion capsule. A champion capsule gives you a free champion, and I believe it gives you like 2 or 3 more cards. But you want to do that for all of them. Once you get to 8, then you want to move on to the next one. So after 8, let's see, when is the next champion chest? Oh no, champion capsule 16. So you go all of them through 8, then all of them through 16. I believe then it's every 8, so maybe on 24, 23. Then on 23, you get the next champion capsule, and you do it that way. That's just to get you the most random champions you can and as fast as possible. That is the first thing you should do. And then these, all you have to do is, let's say that you want to go on Demacia, your thing right here will now say activate or something like that, and that's how you get them. The next thing are your daily rewards. When you go here, you have this little like script. When you click on this, it says next PvP win gives you 400 extra XP. When you need to play this game, you do need to play this, and we'll go over what decks you can play with to make things a little bit faster and a little bit less about you really trying to grind, right? So we'll go over that. You also have daily quests, which gives you 1,000 free XP. You get these once a day, so usually a chest takes about 1,000 experience, and so you play this a day, you get a free chest. And these are more cosmetic stuff, so you don't really care about those. And then the weekly vault, I think, is also a very good thing. I would say you don't have to go all the way and try to unlock the max level. I think the max level is level 10, I believe, or level 12. You don't have to go all the way to the max every single week, but by doing your daily quests, playing, if I remember correctly, it's 4 PvP matches, which is like online matches against someone, and 4 Path of Champions, then you can get a lot of rewards. So you need to play 8 games every day. However, the games don't have to take forever. You can play these decks. So let me show you which ones I created. I created this one, is the first deck. It is a very aggressive all-in kind of deck. So the reason I made this one is I wanted to make sure that you guys are also learning how to play the game, and I think this is a very easy one. It's more about just reducing their life as much as possible. There are other aggro versions, aggro meaning aggressive playstyles of decks, but the reason why I chose this deck is you notice how every card has a little gem right here at the bottom. And what this gem means is that this is a normal rarity card. Let me see if I can find any other rarity, normal rarity cards that I don't have. Actually, I believe I have all of them. So let me go look around to see if there's any other card. For example, this one. This is a rare, I think that's what they're called. Rare cards. And these you don't get as often. If you see here, we have 200 common cards that I can purchase for free, and you get these all out of chests and the daily quests. I have 60 rares, and then I have 5 epics and 12 free champions, right? So I made these decks to avoid having so many of the epic ones. So you can see here, this is a common. It has a little green gem here at the bottom. This is common. This is rare, common, rare, 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 common. These are 2 champions. Rare, rare, common, common, rare. Right? So this is going to be a little bit of a grind, but I'm sure you can get it. It's not that tough to get these kind of cards. In fact, rare cards are pretty easy to combine, especially when you start getting repeated commons. You start getting these crystals. So let's say that, let me go back to this card. Let's say that I can use these cards. They're usually called wild cards, which means they're like free coupons to a card. However, if you don't have these, you can purchase it for 300 crystals. So you can see it right here. I have 35,000, but you can purchase it for 300 crystals if you wanted to. I would personally say save those for the champions, and then just try to get commons and rares as much as possible. Every time you get an epic, that's really good, but you really don't need to get them right now. This is a very offensive deck that you can play with. It's very intuitive in terms of you're just trying to stack as many blade dances in the field as possible to try to go and hit face. It's usually small units that deal a lot of damage because you're consistently hitting them. The next deck that you can play is also an aggressive deck, and it revolves around Hecarim and Azir. This is also a big proponent of this keyword called ephemeral, which means that when the unit dies, it strikes or strike when the unit strikes, or when it's the end of the turn, the unit dies. So this is a very aggressive, but I think it's a very fun deck for you guys to try out. I think it'll show off kind of like the fun explosive ability of this card game. If you guys are into other card games, this might be something that might be a little new, but it's actually really fun to play with. The only epic cards that you have are these, the Harrowing and the Ruination, but honestly, you don't need them. If you're just trying to play really quickly, you can get by with getting 1 or 2 Harrowings, just using 2 epic cards for these, taking off the Ruinations and putting on Vengeance. Vengeance is a common card that kills a unit. Usually Ruination is good because it kills multiple units, but like I said again, if you're just trying to win 4 times that day, you don't really need these cards that much. You really just need the Vengeance. This is a champion, but right here we have common, common, rare, that's a champion, common, rare, common, common, rare, common, rare, common, and common, right? So you don't need that many epic cards to win. The next one and the final one is this one, the Zoe bots. This one is a little bit more of what's a typical to a card game, where it's more about placing the correct units, being able to know how to attack. So if you're really prefer, especially if you come from another card game, I would prefer playing something like this. This does have an epic card in the Adaptatron 3000, but you don't need 3 of them. You can get away with only getting 2. But besides that, I don't think we have any other epics in here. Everything else is a pretty decent card. And it's also a very fun one, because I think Zoe is one of the most fun champions here, so you might enjoy playing this deck as well. And so what do? I would say you go around this way. The first 2 weeks you're playing against a player, and then whatever champion you want to play in Path of Champions, just choose one, play it 2 or 3 times, get your rewards, and then you're done. You can go about your day. Next day you do the same thing, but this is the way that I almost guarantee you can get maybe 2 or 3 champions at a time. I would say maybe every week you're getting like 5-6 champions. I think it's going to be a really easy grind. The first 3 months I had no idea what I was doing. I was just trying to learn how to play the game. And that helped out a lot once I started to understand how to get the best things. I was just buying epic units and spells, and it wasn't really working out. I decided to change the deck because I didn't know how to deck build. And so these are 3 decks. I'll learn how to make the deck codes. And if I can't, hopefully you guys can get it out of the video, but it's a very fun way to do it. Feel free to let me know in the comments what you guys want to see in other videos, and I shall see you guys next time. Just like that, I got my stuff for the day. So peace.